Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. All right, we know Cab Nations of kings and priests. I want to give double honors to the elders of Masharah, Yasharala. Also want to give a peace of salutations to the hopeful elect who are going out to the highways and byways, waking up Yasharala and out of sleep today. All right. Want to do a quick class, because I think it is extremely important us understand the value we have as Israelites knowing this truth. But for some odd reason, we feel that it seems like a mismanagement of accountability within the truth. We don't necessarily keep our word, man. It is extremely important for you to keep your word in this truth, especially if you are dealing with a brother or keeping, saying you're going to do something and you don't do it, man. Words are important, man. Vows are important. Vows are important because they show trust, within each other. They show trust when it comes to one another. You got to keep your word, man. A lot of brothers don't keep their word. Plain and simple, man. Y'all don't keep your word. And the repercussions of either whether it's a lie, whether it's an oath. As a matter of fact, let's go to the first scripture because, it is extremely important for us to keep our word, man. If we're going to do something, we're going to say something, we should mean it, And these are things that the scriptures talk about, especially when it comes to the truth, So, real quick, let's go to the book of. Let me put this letter in is very, very small. Salakia. My eyes are not as good as they used to be, Yasharala. But we got to keep our word, Yasharala. So watch this. This is Numbers, right? This is in Torah. You got to keep your word, right? This is an oath, right? So this is Torah, Numbers, chapter 30, verse 1. And Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is a thing which the Lord hath commanded, right? If a man vow a vow unto the Lord or swear an oath, his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceedeth out of his mouth. You see that? So we took words and oaths very, 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 very seriously, man. Why do we take oaths seriously? Because our words mean something, man. Your word means something to you. Like if somebody comes and tells you, as a matter of fact, y'all probably heard about the boy who cried wolf, right? The boy who cried wolf. Y'all don't understand the story. It's a boy who had to watch out for wolves in his city. It's a little, it's a little story. So what he do? First, he tried to mess around. He said, "Oh, the wolf is coming." See all the people scatter, and he laughed at them. Then what he do? Then he said it again. The third time, the wolves actually came, and guess what happened? The wolves actually came, and when he cried wolf, right? They didn't believe him, right? They didn't believe him because he cried wolf, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna mess around with them first. You got to keep your word, man. So obviously, when it was true, when he did need someone to believe in him, nobody believed in him because what he spewed was lies. Everything that came out of his mouth was a lie, and or he did not keep his word. So also when we say something, we have to mean it. Words mean something, man. Hey, shalom, Dawad.
Shalom, shalom.
Hey, let's go to Matthew, King. Let's go to Matthew 12 and verse 36. This is the king speaking, man. right? Like I said, this ain't gonna be a long-winded class, but we're gonna go through a couple scriptures here that are gonna identify us keeping our word. You say something, thou sayest, you gonna do, because words mean something, man. You know. So go ahead, read that, King. Verse Matthew 12:36. You are mute. There you go.
All right, all right. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
You see that? Every idle word. Every idle word. So and a lot of y'all know how you're being deceptive, man.
Right.
A lot of you know, a lot of you even go through the scriptures and be like, "Elder, it don't mean that." You know damn well it does. That's why the scripture says, "Let every man be a liar and the Most High be true,"
That's right.
because the true men are gonna bring Yahweh first in everything that they do. But your word means something, and every idle word, when you know damn well you were lying, you know damn well you didn't mean what you say. As a matter of fact, you should have kept your mouth, or your hand over your mouth. Don't speak at all,
Uh,
right? Let's get that 37 too. I might as well throw it in there.
verse 37.
Uh-huh.
For by thy words thou shalt be justified.
You're gonna be justified by your words. So if you say something, thou sayest, you're gonna be justified with them words, man. Right?
Uh,
And you know what you say, it's like words are life. Especially we gods of the earth, we know we got the keys, we understand the true power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Words mean something. Words are powerful. Words speak life, words speak death, right?
right.
This is the power that Yahweh has given, and your word means something. And if your word don't mean anything, you're gonna put it out there. You're gonna be like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna just be like, you know, I know what I'm gonna say is not true, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You know, eh, eh. Words are powerful, man.
Uh,
Right? It says by thy words thou shalt be judged. Right?
uh,
Very powerful, man. Finish that off, King.
uh. And by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
And by your words you shall be condemned. How you living? What you saying? How you living? What you doing? But if you going to give an oath, if you're going to uh, um, say something, realize you're gonna be judged on that. Hey, Dwight, remember what we were saying the other night about if you had to give an account for the action. Let's say you're gonna do something, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna do something. If you have to give an account for that action to Yahweh Shai, you're gonna think twice. You're gonna move differently,
Correct.
right?
That's
You're gonna
correct.
move a little bit differently, knowing that you're gonna have to go to the king to justify your action. Here's the thing: you're gonna have to justify your words as well, right? Hey, Shalom, Jerry. Shalom. It's power in the words in the name. That's right. That definitely is. Definitely is. Glory be to the Most High God Yahweh, man. You know, unless they really believe in learning into their own understanding, right? And that's a problem too. A lot of brothers and or sisters lean onto their own understanding, not realizing that guess what? Your words are gonna be. You're gonna have to give account for them. 36 is that every idle word, some, every idle word. Con.
Uh,
Let's go to Psalms, man. Psalms 15 and verse 2. I ain't gonna be long-winded, I promise. But we're gonna,
you said 15 and verse 2?
15 and verse 2. The Spirit led me here to this verse because some brothers, we got to think about it also within. Remember, Dawad was a perfect man in the through the Spirit, according to Yahweh, right? In the sense
Yes,
of
he was.
he was a perfect. I mean, look at the way he conflicted his soul. He literally gave everything to Yahweh, and you know uncovered. He wasn't a man who he kept his word, man.
Right.
You know. So watch this. What he said in Psalms 15. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 15, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart,
Uh-huh.
he that backbiteth not with his tongue,
Right.
nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor.
You see that? No revenge on your neighbor, no backbiting on the tongue. He that walketh uprightly, he worketh righteousness, right? And speaketh truth in his heart. What does that mean? That means he speaks truth in your mind. Remember, and we also read scriptures where it tells us that the heart is deceitful amongst all things,
That's right.
right? And so that deceit comes from here. You got to learn how to control those thoughts, because out of your thoughts come your words. What thou sayest, right? So learn how to control your thoughts also, you know, because your thoughts are what is going to control those actions. That's why when it says keep your heart into the Lord, why? Because we know that the Lord teaches us to be truthful, to be upright. So that's what's got to be in your mind. That's why we got to meditate daily. Meditation on the Lord allows us to speak those truths, right?
Right.
Right. Read verse 4.
Verse 4. In those eyes, Salaki, in whose eyes a vile person is
Uh-huh.
contemned, but he honoreth them that fear Yahweh.
Right.
He that sweareth to his own hurt and changeth not.
You see that? So, in other words, that contention toward your brother or your neighbor, right?
Right.
And brother neighbor is synonymous. I'm just saying you could go either way. But the fear of the Lord, and that's what really allows us to be truthful in this truth, right? But it starts in here, right? Controlling that. Let's go to Matthew. Coincidentally, verse 15, right? Verse 15 and 19. These are the words of the Lord, right? Uh, Con, right?
Uh, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts.
Right. That's why you gotta control that, right? You gotta control them thoughts. Because what? Because out of the mind proceed evil thoughts, right? Read.
Murders, adulteries, fornications,
Right.
thefts, false witnesses, blasphemies.
What does it take for you to be a false witness? You gotta say it,
Right.
right? We always speak about false witness, false accusations. But guess what? It comes out of your mouth. What thou sayest, right? Continue reading.
Verse 20. These are the things which defile a man,
Right.
but to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man.
Right. So he was correcting them and saying, well, what you eating, it ain't what you eating, it's what comes in here that defiles you.
Right.
Right. That's a cut to you Christians about eating every single
Uh-huh.
meat out
Yeah.
there, bro.
I was just about to say that too.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
For
So
real.
can't eat every meat out there, man.
Right.
It's not. As a matter of fact, our bodies were not conditioned to eat whatever thing out there. Esau, maybe. I don't know how some of them do it, but to be honest with you, bro. Have you seen this Liver King guy,
Uh-uh.
bro? I don't even want to. Just look him up because it's just that he's eating everything raw. He eats like raw liver, raw meat. He eats bone marrow, everything raw. I don't know how he does it, but like as far as for your body, you can't eat everything, man. You know, so he was breaking this down for this. So this is a cut to you Christians on that, right?
Oh, man.
Right.
Eating stuff
Let's go
like
to
that, man.
Proverbs,
That
man.
must be witchcraft.
I'm telling you, man. I don't know how he does it, bro. Let's go to Proverbs
Oh,
18.
man. You said, what's up?
Proverbs 18
All right.
and verse 20. We'll do 21. Yeah, bro. He's crazy too. And he's
Uh,
jacked, man. If there was a picture of Esau on steroids, it'll be him. For real.
this is the
Hey,
book of
Shalom, man.
Proverbs. What'd you say? What'd you
Yahweh
say? What'd you say, Cat?
No, I was just saluting the people over here. Shalom, King. Yahweh Shabakata. Shalom, shalom.
Uh,
Hey, shalom, Bariah. Shalom, Yahweh Shabakata. Go ahead, King.
this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue,
Right?
and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Right. Which are thou, man? Right? Which one are you? So if you're gonna say something, bro, do it, bro. Make sure you do it. Be a man of your word. Because here's the thing: you could be like that brother who nobody is going to, respond to you or want to deal with you because you're being untruthful with them. Man, I can't rely on Dawad. He don't keep his word. I can't rely on Lazarus. Last time I told him he was going to be there, he wasn't there. He said he was going to be there. Be a man of your word. You know. I mean, it's just that simple, man. You know. Go ahead, King. Keep reading.
Come,
Oh, so like give me 23.
23 come. The poor useth entreaties, but the rich, Salaki, but the rich answereth roughly.
Right, right. Right. Give me Proverbs 12, and we're gonna read 17 and 18. Right.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
He that speaketh truth showeth forth righteousness,
Right.
but a false witness deceit.
Right. So he that speaketh two showeth for righteousness, that is a righteous man. You know, he who speaketh truth. But if we're gonna speak falsely, we might as well be a false witness to our own selves
Right.
because you're not being truthful, man. You know,
Come.
especially if you knew your ass was not going to be truthful. Straight up. A
Yeah.
lot of y'all, a lot of y'all act like that. Y'all walk. Hey, you know what? I know damn well I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm gonna tell them that I was because that's deceitful, man. Just say you ain't gonna do it. Let your yays be yays and your nays be nays. You know, very simple. You think Yahweh Shai walked around, lying to people and being deceitful? He kept his word, man. As a matter of fact, he kept his word from the beginning. You want to be deep with it? He kept his word from the beginning of time. He's so truthful that there's prophecies that are going to be fulfilled that are promised. You are the children of the light. You have to keep your promise and your words as well, right? Go ahead. I keep reading.
Verse 18. There is that speaketh like the piercings of a sword,
Mm-hmm.
but the tongue of the wise is health.
See that the tongue of the wise is health. Why? Because he's going to speak wisdom. He's going to speak truth. Right? Read on.
The lip of truth shall be established forever,
Right?
but a lying tongue is but for a moment.
Right. Your deception is only for a moment, but that stain that you're gonna have as a liar, as a person who can, man, what man don't keep his word, bro? You know,
Right.
here's an old wise saying. He says, the money that always increases value is your word. Y'all hear me? The money that always increases value, or the finance that always increases value, is your word, right?
Con.
Because that word is what's going to keep you. You know what? I trust this brother, man. He kept his word. He said, "Thou sayest," right?
Right.
Keep reading.
Con. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy.
Right? Read.
There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief.
Right. Right. Read on.
Lying lips are an abomination to Yahweh,
Lying lips are what to Yahweh?
an abomination to Yahweh.
If you stopped eating pork, you're keeping the Shabbat day. You're wearing your fringes. You're trying to do what you can for the Most High God, but you're still lying. You're still lying. According to the Most High, that is an abomination unto him. Keep your word, man. You gonna say something, do it, man. Lying lips are an abomination. If you say something and you don't do it, let your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays. That's a lie, bro. You know, that's not being truthful, right? Got to be truthful, man.
Con.
All right, finish that off, King.
But they that deal truly are his delight.
You see that? They that deal truthfully. All right, you got to deal truthfully with each other, man. Right?
Con.
But make sure that according to what you do in truthfulness, man, and what you say. Again, every idle word, man, is gonna be accounted for. You're gonna be judged by it, or you're not gonna be judged, or you're gonna be condemned by it. Thou sayest, man. You know. Let's go to Psalms 19. Psalms 19 and 14. Hey, you can hear me, okay, King?
Yeah, you said Psalms 19 and 4.
Oh yeah, con. I just want to know because my make sure my internet's running okay.
Con.
Go ahead,
Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 4.
14.
Salaki.
No, you didn't.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 14, verse 4. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge?
So like it's Psalms
Yeah,
19 and
14.
14.
Oh, dang, 14 of. Wait, you said
19,
Salakia.
19 and 14.
Tripping. 19 of 14. Con. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy light, O Yahweh.
You see that? In thy sight. Hold on. This is David speaking, right? He says, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart," meaning the words, even in the words that come out of my mouth, and the meditation, which is what's in my mind, right? Be acceptable in the sight of the Most High God, right?
Right.
Meaning what? Meaning that we got to things we say. We can't be deceitful, and we can't. I mean, what the Most High got to do with if a brother's lying and not keeping his word, man? You know, what the Most High dealing with him for? He's going to use him for any certain way. I mean, he's probably going to use him, but not for anything righteous. You know,
Uh,
finish that off, King.
my strength and my redeemer.
Khan. Let's go to James. We're gonna finish it off at James. James 3 all day.
James 3 all day.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Like this,
Got you, Brody.
I remember. You remember? I don't know if you were there, Dawad, but we were off of we were teaching in the street, man, and like I don't necessarily, when it comes to cursing, I don't
Yeah,
necessarily, I'm not against cursing. I think, whatever, but it's the way you use it.
correct.
I think, sometimes brothers go a little overboard with the cursing, but for me, it's not really a big deal. But that's just my personal opinion. Um, However, we were out in the streets teaching, man, and there was a brother who was listening to us, and it offended him that I was
Mhm.
cursing, you know, and that kind of struck me, and it struck me more when
What would he
I
say?
read James 3. I didn't
What did
say I didn't really say anything too bad, to be honest.
yeah.
It wasn't too bad, you know. It was more. I think it was like damn or something like that, you know.
Right.
But it was to the point where the brother it took away from the actual message. That really hit me because ultimately it's the message that counts, man. That's what we
Right.
out there for, you know.
There's gonna be times when we might have to use, rude speeches, like I said so in
Come on,
2 Corinthians 11:6. It's gonna happen.
all
Um,
day, all day, all day.
and
But
a lot of people don't understand that, you know, when it comes down to, bringing out this truth, especially in the highways and byways, a lot of people sometimes they gravitate they gravitate differently to how you teach. Some of them they'll gravitate to if you speak calmly, and then some of them you gotta just put that oomph in it, man. Like, wake up, man. Da, 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 da. Everybody responds to it differently, so
yeah,
it plays a part.
you got to put that.
I think I'm gonna give them
Yeah,
that.
I hear you.
Huh.
Yeah, I hear you. That's true, Doc. I mean, it kind of it did affect me. And again, this is just a personal, feeling. It got
Yeah,
nothing to do with the scriptures, but that's
for
just me
sure.
speaking. I don't necessarily, again, I'm not opposed to it being used in the right way, or really, if a brother gets offended, cool. But when I read James 3, it really affected me, man,
Right.
because James 3 goes into it. So let's start at verse 2.
Okay. This is the book of James, chapter 3, verse 2. For in many things we offended all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man.
Right, because if we're gonna offend someone through something that we say, you may say damn, you may say whatever, you're gonna offend somebody, whatever you say, right? That's why we have to be very careful in the way we talk and the what we say. It means something, right? Especially if I'm talking to a brother, like if me and Dawad make a brotherly pact, and I say, Dawad, I'm gonna mail something to you.
Let's not go there.
Salakia, I'm just calling. Hey, I'm putting myself out there because Salakia, I haven't. I was telling Dewad I was gonna mail him something. I haven't mailed it yet. I just, man, I no excuses. I just haven't mailed it, but I gotta mail it. But here's the thing: I haven't kept my word.
Yeah.
I said, man, I gotta mail you it. I haven't mailed it. But I gotta mail it to you because that's my word. So now, next time I tell Dewad I'm gonna mail him something, he's gonna be like,
Right.
I don't know if he's gonna mail it.
Right.
I gotta keep my word, as a brother. So it's simple. Something as little as that, whether it's little, whether it's big, whether it's an oath, whether it's a handshake, brother, keep your word. Hey, I'm calling myself out. Okay, I got to
Right.
keep my word too. Right. So go ahead, King.
Con. And Abel also Salakia, and able also to bridle the whole body.
Read on.
Behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths,
Right.
that they may obey us,
Right.
and we turn about their whole body
Right. The bits are the when you're
with
moving the
put in their
horse,
mouth.
right, right,
Con.
sideways and whatever, and you're restraining the horse and you're moving him. Meaning, we can move a horse with restraints. All right. Read on.
Verse 4. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm.
You see that? In other
Right.
words, you ever see a ship, right? A ship is great. It could be the biggest ship ever, but it's controlled within the ship in a little helm, right?
Con.
Continue.
Whithersoever the governor listeth,
Uh-huh.
even so the tongue is a little member,
So it's a little member. It's a small member. It's a small member of your body. Read.
and boasteth great things.
It boasts great things. Read on.
Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
Right, like we read earlier, life and death come through the tongue, man.
That's
For
right.
what you say, for what you're speaking. So we see these little things that can maneuver these big animals or this big ship. So understand that how you speak and the way you use your words, will cause great things to happen, or will cause great things, whether good or bad, right, to happen.
Right.
So through the again, life, death, and life come through the tongue, man.
Con.
Right? Read.
Verse 6. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity.
Right.
So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature.
Right? The course of nature. Again, bro, like there's so much power behind it.
Yeah.
Why are we being deceitful with it? You're choosing. You're literally choosing what you're using it for, to be deceitful. You know, it's like when we have a weapon, whether it's a gun or a sword or whatever. That weapon or sword can also be used for evil.
That's true.
Right? Read on.
And it is set on fire of hell.
Right?
Verse 7. For every kind of beasts, and of birds, and of serpents, and of things in the sea is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind.
Read on.
But the tongue can no man tame.
Right?
It is an unruly evil,
Read.
full of deadly poison.
You see that, bro? Like that's what you're choosing. You know, full of evil poison, man. And that evilness that comes from your words, right?
Gone.
Look what he says. He said in verse 7, he says, "For every kindly beast and birds and serpents and things in the sea is tamed." Like there's a limit to them, right? And have
Right.
tamed of mankind. So we could tame those things, but the tongue we can't for some odd reason, right?
Right.
Read verse 9.
Verse 9. There was blessed we God, even the Father, and there was cursed we men,
Right?
which are made after the similitude of God.
Right. So we curse each other, man. Right? But yet we bless the Most High. Are we? Don't we come from the Most High?
Right.
Right? So we have to choose, man. Like again, our path in this. Like, yeah, we did curse, and those who curse. But remember, control and vengeance come from the Most High. You do what you got to do, right? Vengeance is of the Lord,
That's right.
not the Wad, not Lazarus, right? It ain't that time right now. Right now we fishing, right? Some of y'all hunting already, bro. Some of y'all already hunting. We
And
ain't in that.
they
We
the
ain't
one that's the prey.
right. Come on. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All right. Go ahead, King.
Verse 10. Out of the same mouth proceeded blessing and cursing.
Right.
My brethren, these things ought not so to be.
Right. Come on, man. Choose which one. Right. Read on.
Doth the fountain send forth at the same does the fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter?
Right. Read.
Can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries,
Mm-hmm.
either of vine figs? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh.
Right. You can't yield salt water and fresh out of the same fountain. Meaning, why you talking blessings and cursing in the same mouth,
Yeah,
man? Can't.
can't mix water and oil.
Can mix water and oil. Right. Read on.
Verse 13. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you?
Mm-hmm.
Let
Right.
him show out of a good conversation
A
his
good what?
works. Let him show out a good conversation his works
His works. Right. Read.
with meekness of wisdom.
Meekness of wisdom. Read.
God. And it states, but if ye have bitter envying
Mm-hmm.
and strife in your
Right.
hearts,
In your hearts. Read.
glory not
Uh-huh.
and lie not against the truth.
Right. And that's a problem a lot of us have. We're not scared to, we're scared to admit the envying, because the Bible condemns the hell out of that, right?
Right.
Condemns the hell out of us envying and strifing on each other. But a lot of y'all got that. You know how to deal with it. Don't boast. Deal with it through the Most High. Release those demons, man. Right? And then you can learn how to deal with your brothers, man, and really build. This is what it's about. We in the home stretch right now. What y'all? We're in the home stretch.
Yeah.
How much time we got left? We got little
Not
time.
much.
Not much time.
Right.
All right. Finish that off, King.
Verse 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above,
Uh-huh.
but is earthly, sensual, devilish.
Sensual.
Mm-hmm.
Sensual. Yeah, emotional as hell. And it's a worldly feeling.
Yeah.
That's why you got to keep your word, be truthful. Remember what Yahweh said is the cup is not clean outside, it's clean inside.
Inside.
Then the outside is clean. What he means by that, he means you clean the inside of yourself. You could wear all the garments you want. It don't mean nothing if you're filthy and dirty inside, man.
That's right.
Read 15, not
Read it again.
16, I'm sorry.
Okay, con. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work.
And every evil work, right? Continue reading.
Verse 17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure,
Right?
then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated,
Mm-hmm.
full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality, Salakia,
Yeah.
and without hypocrisy.
Without hypocrisy. Don't be a hypocrite, man. Right? These are important traits to have as a man of Yasharallah. And you know what? A woman too. And if you
Yeah,
got a husband and you lying, you should correct you. He should correct you. A lot of y'all lying on the scripture, lying to Yahweh, lying to us, lying to the prophets, man. You got to keep our word, Israel. If you say something, you got to do it, right? So I'm good, man.
All
That's
right.
all I got. You got anything to what you want to add?
Like I
All right, man. With that, I want to say Kahla Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash. All right. And want to give a piece of salutations. Want to let y'all know that the summit is coming to Dallas, February 4th through the 6th. Be there, be square. All right.
Yeehaw.
All right. Yeah, Dallas, Texas. All right. So, all right. Peace of salutations, people. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.